Have you ever wondered how two of the world's most iconic sportswear brands emerged from a bitter family feud? The story of Adidas and Puma is not just about sneakers and sports gear. It's a tale of brotherly rivalry, Nazi connections, and a divided town that will shape the landscape of athletic footwear for generations to come. In the aftermath of World War I, in a small German town called Herzogenaurach, two brothers embarked on a journey that would revolutionize the world of sports. Adolf Adi Dassler, a cobbler by trade, began crafting running shoes from salvaged military materials. His older brother, Rudolf Rudi Dassler, soon joined the venture, bringing his sales acumen to the table. Together, they founded the Dassler Brothers Sports Shoe Factory in 1924, laying the groundwork for what would become a global empire. The brothers' business thrived under the Nazi regime's emphasis on sports and athleticism. Both Adi and Rudi joined the Nazi Party, a decision that would later cast a shadow over their legacy. However, it was during this time that they achieved their first major breakthrough, squisha. At the 1936 Berlin Olympics, American track and field star Jesse Owens wore Dassler shoes as he clinched 4 gold medals, defying Hitler's Aryan supremacy propaganda and catapulting the brothers' brand onto the world stage. As World War II engulfed Europe, the relationship between Adi and Rudi began to unravel. Paranoia and suspicion crept in, fueled by the chaos of war. Rudi accused Adi of hoarding leather for personal gain, a precious commodity during wartime. The situation worsened when Rudi was imprisoned by Allied forces, and he suspected Adi of tipping off the authorities. These seeds of distrust would grow into an insurmountable rift between the once inseparable siblings. In 1948, with the war behind them, but their relationship irreparably damaged, the Dassler brothers made a fateful decision. They split their company in two, dividing assets and employees. Adi formed Adidas, deriving the name from his own. Rudi, not to be outdone, rebranded his portion of the business as Puma. What began as a family enterprise had now become two rival companies set to compete on the global stage. The impact of this corporate system extended far beyond the boardroom. Herzogenaurach, the brothers' hometown, found itself divided along company lines. The town became known as the village of bent necks, as residents would look down to see which brand of shoes a person was wearing before engaging in conversation. Separate schools, social clubs, and even dating pools emerged, with crossing the brand boundary strongly discouraged. The brothers' feud had transformed an entire community into a microcosm of their rivalry. As the 1950s dawned, Adidas gained a significant edge in the market. Adidas' innovative 3-stripe design became synonymous with quality and performance. The company's fortunes soared even higher during the 1954 World Cup, when the German national team, wearing Adidas boots with revolutionary screw-in studs, clinched victory in what became known as the Miracle of Bern. This triumph not only boosted German morale in the post-war era, but also cemented Adidas's reputation as a go-to brand for serious athletes worldwide. Not to be outdone, Puma sought its own path to success. The company scored a major coup in the world of sports marketing when Rudi's son, Armin, orchestrated one of the most iconic moments in football history. Breaking a gentleman's agreement with Adi's son, Horst, Armin secretly signed Brazilian football legend Pelé to a Puma endorsement deal. The 1970 World Cup, just before the kickoff of a quarterfinal match, Pelé asked the referee for a moment to tie his shoelaces. As millions watched worldwide, cameras zoomed in on Pelé's Puma shoes, creating an unforgettable marketing moment that would be studied for decades to come. The rivalry between Adidas and Puma continued to intensify throughout the latter half of the 20th century. Both companies poured vast resources into outmaneuvering each other, sponsoring athletes, teams, and events in a never-ending battle for supremacy in the sports world. This relentless competition drove innovation, but also led to financial strain. By the 1980s, both brands faced near collapse, burdened by years of costly rivalry and changing market dynamics. The story of Adidas and Puma is more than just a tale of corporate competition. It's a human drama of family, ambition, and the lasting impact of personal conflicts. The brothers who once worked side by side to build a shoe empire ended up as bitter rivals. Their feud outliving them and shaping the destinies of two global brands. As we lace up our sneakers today, whether they bear the three stripes of Adidas or the leaping cat of Puma, we're not just wearing shoes. We're stepping into a legacy of innovation, rivalry, and the complex history of two brothers whose falling out changed the world of sports forever. The next time you see an Adidas or Puma logo, remember the story behind it. A reminder that sometimes the most fierce competitions aren't just played out on the field, but in the hearts and minds of those closest to us. In the end, the rivalry between Adidas and Puma serves as a cautionary tale about the power of family ties and the destructive potential of unchecked competition. It also stands as a testament to human ingenuity and the enduring appeal of sports in our global culture. From a small workshop in post-war Germany to international powerhouses, these brands have left an indelible mark on athletics and fashion alike. As we look to the future, both Adidas and Puma continue to evolve, adapting to new challenges and opportunities in the ever-changing world of sports and fashion. The brothers who started it all may be long gone, but their legacy lives on in every sprint, every jump, and every game where their shoes touch the ground. The story of the Nazi brothers who started rival shoe companies reminds us that sometimes the most compelling narratives in business are deeply personal, rooted in the complex relationships that define us all.